As we wrap up our relationship with food, we've seen that understanding and compassion can be potent tools in the fight against eating disorders. It goes beyond just food. It's about emotions, self-worth, and the relationship of the mind with nourishment. Our connection with food may remain intricate, but with support and understanding, inner harmony can be found.
I think it's okay to have negative thoughts as long as you're aware about it, as long as you're mindful about it. So if you catch yourself having negative thoughts, maybe you might want to challenge yourself, how do I change those negative thoughts into something positive? Right. So this is how you do. And the other way is you might want to keep a journal to write down what you have had for breakfast, what you have had for lunch, and then what you have eaten for dinner. So keep a journal. As a parent, I think it's important to listen and to validate your child or your children's emotions and their feelings. Let them know that you are there and you are listening and you know what they're going through. You might not understand what they're going through or their feelings, but you are always there to help. Always listen, right? To validate. And it's very important to actually validate their emotions, their feelings. So for example, I know you're going through a very hard time. I know it's very stressful for you. I know this, I can hear you, I can see you. Validate their emotions, validate their feelings.
I don't think they understand it because to them it's just food. It's what you need, it's what a human needs, but to me I don't see it as food anymore. I see it as calories, I see it as numbers. It affected my mental health really bad. So I don't really tell my parents because I don't think they would understand it, and they would just think of it as just normal losing weight. There was this time last year, I was already recovering. Recovering means that I have to eat. So when I started to eat, I gained back the weight. I was very cautious about it. I paid a lot of attention to my body, but I told myself that I have to eat. It doesn't matter what my body looks like. I can exercise it off or something like that. But there was this one time where I went on a holiday with my friend. We went to Penang, and there was this uncle. He kind of said that, "Oh, you're a bit chubby," something like that. Or I started crying. That day I started crying and I did not eat anything at all. I started crying. I think eating disorder is really normalized in teenagers, and I see that a lot of people are posting awareness on this on social media. So every time I go to TikTok or Instagram, I see people talking about eating disorders, and recovery is actually harder than the actual disease, and I just think that I had to recover. I was looking about this video. They were saying about they were talking about eating disorder where you're missing out on your memories, and then from that video I was like, yeah, I have to change. I have to recover. I can't keep doing this. It's very exhausting.
Treatments. I think the first one you can look for mental health help from the mental health professionals, so psychiatrists, clinical psychologists, or mental health counselor. Other than that, you might want to look for a dietitian, nutritionist. I think the first few sessions is always me trying to get to know more about my patients or my clients, and then I'll see if counseling or psychotherapy helps. If it doesn't help, and if it still persists, the symptoms or the signs and symptoms, if it still persists, I might encourage them to look for professional help from a psychiatrist or a clinical psychologist. Right, so we'll try with counseling first or psychotherapy first, and if it doesn't help, then we'll move on to clinical psychologist or maybe a psychiatrist after that.
I want to get rid of the time window, the window frame that what time I have to eat, what time I cannot eat. I want to get rid of that. I want to get over it. Because of New Year's, we're going back to hometown, we're celebrating, and I think that eating with family, making good memories is more important than what time I should eat. And I can just exercise it off, so it's not a big deal. I just want to put it aside, this issue, I don't want it to be inside my life anymore. I don't know actually started to come to me naturally, saying that like this is not healthy, I have to stop. I can eat whatever I want. I'm only 17, I'm growing. My body needs food, needs energy, and like I can lose the weight when I'm older. I want to enjoy my time now, cause I didn't want to go out with my friends because of food, just because of food. I didn't want to attend any party, any outing just because of food. So I think I'm missing out on a lot, and it's a really big issue. So since last year, I was like, it has to stop. It's not worth it to hurt yourself, to put yourself in this kind of situation just to meet the beauty standards of society. So grow up, make memories, eat good food, be healthy. Yeah, I think that's more important than putting yourself in a harmful situation.
I never wanted someone to feel as alone as I did, because I didn't open up. So I said I would definitely talk more about what I feel, about how I've been through it, how I've like overcome through it, not fully but still slowly. But like, because people feel like, oh, since no one is going to speak up about like around my friend group, right? No one's going to speak up about my situation, then I should just shut up. You know, like no one has the same problem, so that must be embarrassing on my part. So I feel like if more people talk about it in friends, then like I feel like it can affect the friend group better in a positive way. Really think about your loved ones and like imagine them in your shoes, like how they feel, how like alone they feel, and how like bad it feels to just be skipping out meals, like skipping out those family dinners just because you don't feel good about yourself. Start having a habit of healthier body, healthier mind, and give yourself a break. Yeah.
For me, now, in my situation, I just eat what I want and I exercise. I follow my intuition. If I'm hungry, then I should eat, because that's what my body wants. And if I'm not, then I shouldn't force myself to be eating. And because for the past few years, the only thing that's been on my mind was food. So it's a really bad thing. And one of my friends told me that like, if you're skinny doesn't mean that you're healthy, but if you're healthy, you're definitely skinny. So that kind of stick to me for a long time, and I was like, yeah, that's true. So I just wanted to be healthy. I can eat what I want, I can exercise. When I eat, I have energy.
People would normalize seeking mental health help, right? I hope that people would normalize that and think that it's okay, because, you know, for example, if you are sick, you're having a fever or a cough, it's very normal for us to look for a doctor. So why is it not okay for us to look for mental health help? They are all like health issues as well. So I hope that people would normalize seeking mental health help.
Always remember, a beautiful mind is one that understands the importance of self-love and compassion. Seeking help is a testament to your strength, not a sign of weakness. You're never alone on your mental health journey. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Beautiful Mind. Until next time, cultivate a beautiful mind to empower a beautiful you.